Hello my dear students of class 11. We are in chapter 4, that is Animal Kingdom, and in our previous classes we have completed up to phylum Platyhelminthes. Today we will continue with this chapter, the topic phylum Aschelminthes. So today's topic is phylum Aschelminthes, and it has an alternative name which is called as Nematelminthes. Phylum Aschelminthes is sometimes called as Nematelminthes. And the common name of this phylum is that roundworm. Commonly they are called as roundworm. In case of Platyhelminthes, we have seen their common name was flatworm. Okay, and the group phylum of members of phylum Aschelminthes is commonly called as roundworm. So now we have to know what are the difference between roundworm and flatworm. So we will know it at the end of the knowing characteristics of phylum Aschelminthes. Now we will know the different properties of phylum Aschelminthes. In that phylum Platyhelminthes, most of the are endoparasites. But in case of Aschelminthes, some are free living and some are terrestrial parasites, both in case of plants and animals also. Okay, so in the what we will write, that is. And I forgot to mention that why they are called as roundworm, because they are circular in cross section. They are circular if cross section is done in case of body of the Aschelminthes, they will be found as circular in structure. That's why they are called as roundworm. It is important that why they are called as roundworm, because they are circular in cross section. That's why they are called as roundworm. And next property, they are habitat. That means they may be free living, they may be aquatic, they may be terrestrial, or they may be parasites on plants and animals. So that is their habitat. Okay. So Aschelminthes, the 5 group members of Aschelminthes can be found in they may be free living, that means they can live freely. They can live in aquatic, that means in water or in the land, or called as terrestrial, and they may be dependent on other. It may be plant or it may be animal. Okay, so that's why they are called as they are parasites on plants and animals. And what kind of body organization can be found in their body? There is organ system level of body organization. What type of symmetry can be found in case of? They are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. How many germ layers can be found in case of Aschelminthes? 3 germ layers can be found. They are called as triploblastic. And another important property of Aschelminthes, they are pseudocoelomate. As you know that what does that term indicate pseudocoelomate? That means mesoderm is present in between the ectoderm as in scattered form. That is called as pseudocoelomate. That means coelom is not present in properly. Pseudocoelomate. Okay, they are pseudocoelomate. Next property we will know about the alimentary canal. In case of Platyhelminthes, their alimentary canal was not complete, but in case of Aschelminthes, they are having complete alimentary canal. So we will write so their next property is they are having a complete alimentary canal, and they are having a special structure which is called as muscular pharynx. Okay, they are having muscular pharynx, and I am having that portion. Okay, they are having some excretory tubes. Okay, they are having some excretory tubes. With the help of that, they are removing the excretory materials from their body, and with the tubes are joining with the excretory pores, and with the help of that pores, they are removing their excretory material from their body. And another main property, that sexual dimorphism can be seen in case of dimorphism. As you know that dimorphism means two, that means male and female body, male and female reproductive structures is present in two different bodies. In case of Asclepiades, that sexual dimorphism property can be found. So let me draw. So that one is male, that one is female. As you can see that female body is quite larger than the males. Okay, and how their fertilization will occur? Their fertilization is internal. That means their fertilization will take place inside that body, and development may be direct or indirect. Development may be direct or indirect. And these are the main property of Asclepiades. What are the different examples of this group? That is example roundworm. That common roundworm is called as Ascaris. Ascaris lumbricoides. This is the scientific name of roundworm. And another example is which is called as filarial worm, which causes filariasis disease. This is called as Wuchereria bancrofti. That is called as Wuchereria bancrofti, and ankylostoma, which is called as hookworm. These are the some examples of Asclepiades. Now we will say the difference between the roundworm and flatworm. So what will be the differences? That is that flatworm belongs to Platyhelminthes group, and that one is belongs to Asclepiades group. Both are helminth from helminth group because helminth means one. Okay, so flatworm means group Platyhelminthes and roundworm means group Asclepiades. Now, if I consider the shape of the body of flatworms, they are usually, as their name suggests, they are flat or leaf-like, and their body is circular in cross section. Okay, that means they are cylindrical, and both ends are tapering. They tapering at both ends. That is the difference of shape in case of flatworm and roundworm. Next, if I consider the sex, in case of sex, they are flatworms, they are hermaphrodite. That's why I will say they are bisexual, and in case of roundworm, they are unisexual. That means two male and female reproductive organs are present in different organisms. And if we say that flame cell, you know what is flame cell? It was present in case of flatworm but absent in case of roundworm. Now, if I say presence of coelom, that is one is you can see difference between the presence of coelom. Okay, that means coelom is absent and it is pseudocoelomen. Okay, so these are the some properties. Or if I consider the alimentary canal, in case of flatworm, alimentary canal is incomplete or absent, but in case of roundworm, alimentary canal is complete. Okay, so these are the some properties by which we can differentiate between flatworm and roundworm. Now next we will read about the next phylum, which is called as Annelida. annelida name suggests that they came from annulus or ring. Okay, some ring-like structures will be present in their body in the group of the annelida. Okay, so annulus means ring. Okay, so now first we will see the habitat of that group annelida. They may be aquatic, terrestrial, free-living, and sometimes parasitic. So all the habitats we will find, that is aquatic or terrestrial. Aquatic means both fresh water and marine. It will be found in fresh water also and marine water also. They may be terrestrial, they may be free living, or sometimes they show some parasitic forms. Okay, that means we will find about the leech, which are ectoparasite, that means present outside of the body of the host. In there, that's why I have written that sometimes they are found in parasitic form. Their body organization, organs, obviously organ system level of organization will be found. Next, symmetry. The symmetry is also bilateral symmetry. If we consider the germ layer, they are having 3 germ layer. And coelom present or absent, coelom is present. So they are triploblastic and coelomate. These are the common properties of phylum Annelida. And next, the main property or a particular property, that is metameric segmentation. As I have mentioned that what is segmentation means and what are the different type of segmentation. Metameric segmentation, that means that ring-like structures, as their name suggests, that are the different segments, and these type of segments are called as metameric segments, and each segment is called as metameres. And each segment is called as metameres. So that the phylum, their name suggests that Annelida, and that term, the name came from the annulus or ring. That means some segments, as you can say, that the different segments are called as metameres. So if I consider that, draw a diagram. That is mouth, that is anus, and these are the metameres or different segments of their body. Okay, and they are having some muscles, that is longitudinal and circular muscles, which helps in locomotion. So they are having muscle. What type of muscle? Longitudinal and circular both. Longitudinal and circular, which are helping in their locomotion. So they are having muscles, longitudinal and circular muscles, which are helping in their locomotion. Some aquatic annelids are called, name of aquatic annelids is Nereis. Okay, so Nereis possesses some lateral appendages. An example of aquatic annelid is Nereis, Nereis, and it possesses some lateral appendages, which is called as parapodia. Poda means leg. So Nereis is an aquatic annelid. You have to remember this point. Nereis is an aquatic annelid which are having some lateral appendages, and it is called as parapodia, and it helps in swimming. With the help of that parapodia, it helps in swimming. Their circulatory system is of closed type. They are having circulatory system which is closed type. You know the difference between open circulatory system and closed circulatory system. Now, we will know another important term which is called as nephridia. Another important organ which is present, it is called as nephridia, and it helps in the osmoregulation and excretion. So sometimes questions are maybe asked that what is the excretory organ or osmoregulatory part of annelida? You have to say that is called as nephridia. It is a very important property of phylum Annelida. Okay, and their nervous system has been developed and with paired ganglia, and as I have told that in aquatic form in the RDI is NADIs, they are having some differences. That is that they are aquatic form and they are dioecious. D-I-O-E-C-I-O-S. They are dioecious. But as we know that arthrom and leaves which are terrestrial annelid, they are monoecious. Okay, so that one is also an important point because it is an exception. So Nereis is an aquatic annelid which is having some lateral appendages which is called as parapodia, which helps in the swimming. And another property in case of phylum Annelida, that is in case of their reproduction is sexual. That is sexual type of reproduction can be found. One thing in case of Annelida, they are having hemoglobin, but hemoglobin is not in RBC, it is dissolved in plasma. Okay, and their respiration is mainly cutaneous respiration, and some structures which are found in case of terrestrial, that is seta or parapodia. Parapodia portion we have seen, and you need to know that seta portion, which is small bristles like structure, which are both are helping in locomotion. Okay, and what type of respiratory product they are releasing? They are releasing mainly those who are aquatic, they are releasing ammonia, and those who are land, they are releasing urea. That means terrestrial, in case of terrestrial release, it is urea. Okay, so these are the some common features of terrestrial. So now we have to know some diagrams are present in our book. Just follow the diagrams of annelids, and now we have to know the examples of annelids. So what are the examples? First example, you know, that is Ferritima posthuma, that is commonly called as earthworm. Okay, its scientific name is Ferritima posthuma. And another one is which one is aquatic annelida, that is Nereis. And another one important is Hirudinaria. The common name of this is leech. Okay, it is called as blood sucking leech because how they suck blood. Why the blood doesn't clot when they are sucking? Because a protein or anticoagulant is present which is called as hirudin. With the help of that anticoagulant, they are keeping their the sucked blood in liquid form. Okay, so that's why it is important. So leeches are ectoparasites and they are blood sucking annelids, and how their blood sucked, that means why with the help of that hirudin anticoagulant present in their body, they are able to suck the blood. Okay, so these are the, and sometimes a larva which is called as trochophore larva is present in case of annelids. Okay, so these are the common features of phylum Annelida. In our next class, what we will read, our next phylum, which is Arthropoda. So for today, that's it, and thank you.